Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Astral Chain. Before we get into our next fight, we're going to go ahead and pick up our auto-bind that we finally have enough gene codes for. Only problem is, there is this node in our Legion sphere grid preventing us from doing that, so we need rare material codes. Luckily, I can get a rare material code right now in an entirely different menu. One that I forget exists about 98% of the time. This is in the status menu. These are our orders, including the critical ones and the optional blue ones. Once you fulfill an order by just completing whatever the criteria were, you can turn the order in to get rewards. I forget to do this so damn often. And the rewards are usually not great, but sometimes you get material codes, sometimes you get rare material codes and unique ones. And sometimes you get cosmetics and stuff too. Join me in another 14 hours the next time I remember to turn orders in. I didn't even turn them all in, I just got what I needed. Hopefully I'll remember once we're back in HQ to get the rest, because that is not a thing that's worth sitting through. Okay. And of course, we should also go around to all the civilians we saved when we re-emerged from the Astral Plane at the end of the last video, because they'll usually give you medicine and some minor things for saving their lives. Alright, so we have 3 red blips on the map. Those red blips are called Astral Investigations. They are optional. We're gonna do one. They're mostly just combat arenas. They're hidden versus in Bayo, except without the hidden part. Or being particularly interesting in anything about their presentation, to be honest. Still worth doing at least one. Now, if you want the highest rank for completion, because these count as ranked fights towards your total at the end of the mission, and if you just want the completion percentage, you have to do all of these. The only problem is, our first time through, we won't actually be able to do all of them. There is something that we don't have yet that will unlock access to one of these, which makes the idea of doing all of them right now even more worthless. Also, I love that sync attack is your stinger. Also, that sucks. I think we had our, we got through the enemy. I think he was doing his spin to win and just triggered the hit stun multiple times, and you're connected to the Legion's hit stun on that. Or not even the hit stun, but his little deflection state through the chain. So what we have in this red Astral Investigation is really just waves of enemies. We're at 70%. Can I get my bind yet? Yes, cool. We were like 9 off of getting it after getting that one node removed. Then Sword Assault. Oh, this is cool. We'll get that later, though. We're gonna need so many gene codes by the end of this, because we're not even halfway down that tree, and let me just say, we're about a 12th or less of the way through the total Legion abilities. Or whatever you can... I have to stop saying abilities, because it mixes me up really bad. Also, I hate that this thing orbits our big gorilla buddy right at the edge of this arena. We can do it. There we go. Just had to bite the bullet and finally commit. And there's another one. It's okay. We could take this out at least. Recover in the air, get a couple hits going. Slash this new boy before it goes out of reach. There we go. Finish you off. Get some health. I didn't activate the sync attack. Okay, now it's just us. And we can take full advantage of this. Oh shit, I forgot I picked up the sync attack on Chainbind too. I have to readjust my muscle memory now to having that. Usually get that a little bit earlier, but I've been going without it for this whole LP so far. Yep, we get a little bit up here. Shit. And not on the recovery either. Wait for him to finish that. Would like for him to step back from that edge. Makes it a little bit easier to fight him. Okay, now we're good. Oh, no, he hit me out of the middle of the animation. Usually, that doesn't happen. The animation's just pretty quick. Takes a little bit of bad luck for that. Yeah. Good, we got... Nope. And jump. Cool. Oh, we didn't get the finisher. I hate when that happens. You get such a small window sometimes. Oh good, we did get the chip gear that was dropped, even though we didn't manually pick it up. Little worse than I expected. That's because we started dawdling towards the end of that fight. I think we got some sloppy strikes in too. Oh, you're not gonna go up for me? No. Oh yeah, you have to just, like, tap the Legion button to get him to go automatically there, instead of directing him like that. That's okay, though. There is not actually anything important up there. Or at least anything that I care about. We'll grab our gene codes and an AED charge. We haven't had to use any so far. But hey, it's still nice to have. I think this is for the Beast Legion to dig up. Yeah, we don't have the Beast Legion. We know there's an Arm Legion. We know there's an Axe Legion. And we know that the Legion that Akira, our sibling, was using earlier on in the game was none of those. It was shooting arrows. Over here. Oh, that's a good one. It's such a perfect complement, too, to the auto chain bind specifically. But even the regular manual chain bind, it's really good with. Because typically, when you're trying to bind something up and stun it, you aren't, like, right next to it a lot of the time. So it being the stinger for this game is perfection. I think we'll go this way first, because there is a blue case, which is an optional one, and not one that takes a terribly long time. It's just a gate disposal, so we'll wrap the chain... Oh, no. Didn't get all the way around him. And the auto bind doesn't actually seem to catch the portal hitting, even though the auto bind can catch multiple enemies at a time. It's a fixed AoE, and anything in that AoE is getting wrapped up and stunned for a sec. It's a really good animation, too. Fortunately, you just get those 2 skill slots. Oh no! That's gonna be property damage! I didn't think I was so burly and powerful that I could just tackle a box to death. From, like, brushing past it, even. Twin team up. Yeah, we're finally back with Akira again. Akira's fighting on his own. Just doing his own damn thing. Need that health back. Oh, that sucks. The animation ended with me in the fire. Come on, let's get that. Oh, no! I thought I would get the last hit in. I got hit right out of it, and that was right before the hit that would have triggered the sync attack. I actually could use... I could stand to use the charge attack for the Gladius a little bit more often, since it's pretty strong and also triggers a much quicker sync attack. It's after the second hit, if I remember right. In that combo. This will be fine, though. Just have to avoid ending up in the fire again. Wait a minute! No, it's gonna happen again! Shit, man! Oh, this is an awkward spot. It's not the, oh god, but because of the particle effect from the barrier, the frame rate chugged for a second. So because this style of camera is new to them, like, obviously all of PlatinumGames games have a targeting system. This being very much the Soul style of fight me one-on-one hard lock-on, though, if you remember circa 2009 or like 2011 when Dark Souls came out, 2009 being Demon Souls, they were still having some big camera issues, especially in smaller environments. And it feels like Platinum is kind of starting from where they started with Demon Souls' camera, but yeah, specifically Demon Souls, not like DS3 or Bloodborne or Sekiro when they finally figured it out.
Why'd you have to play hero like that? I'm Dad's kid, just like you are. I don't need any help killing chimeras. I don't even need a legion to hide behind. I'll show you. If I can't take a chimera myself, what's the point of even living? No way.
What was it doing there? First things first. What are you doing? Follow them!
Again, we're really in the same file, nonchalantly heading back for the third time into the Astral Plane, and being urged to this time.
Okay, looks like you're in. So far, so good. I'm honing in on Akira's position.
This is a weird mission, isn't it?
There, I've got the general location. I'm sending it to your nav system, so keep an eye on your iris.
So we have a red mission over there, and oh yeah, glitchy. Oh, this line's not, voice. Just today's sales, though. So the reason that I say this mission is weird is because it has a very clear climax. And what you would think is a pretty clear-cut end point. But then it just keeps going. And it's almost like the structure of the game should have been akin to this one mission, where it's not segmented. And I think that makes this mission a little bit more odd, even. At least for our context of what a mission is so far. I guess in the greater context of the game, this mission isn't that strange, because all the missions in this game are kind of long. Again, it's kind of a weird thing for Platinum. Oh, I got turned around. Pan the camera the opposite direction the first pass. Oh, no. Oh, I got hit out of trying to bounce my boy back. Not avoiding that. That's dope as hell. That follow-up sync attack and combo. Let me get that going. I've been using... Oop. Killed him too quick. Get the health back. And again, whew, you have to be fast on your reactions for those. The timing for sync attacks is honestly like 1,000 times more lenient. Then again, the reward for pulling that off successfully is really high, so makes sense to have it require at least a modicum of reaction speed. That'll do. I don't love that you can't, like, recenter yourself while you're in the middle of that. So you can only line it up so much. It's never that dire, but it's sometimes a little annoying. Hey, that's nice. I really like the little baton twirl combo that you get from the baton mode's charged attack. Let's get that going. That's the second one. And let's get our health as well. 420. Nice. Maybe we'll go up to 690 inexplicably. No, 10 off, as always. Damn. The game is just teasing us now. This is where some of these environmental puzzles get just a tad more interesting because we are looking to now line moving objects up. I think this will actually work because the hitbox of the slash is pretty big, or the hurtbox of it. You're certainly getting a lot of those. I think what I'll do is wait for the platform to come back down, because I don't quite remember what is in the chest that's clearly down there. And that makes me curious. It's probably just medicine. It's almost always, it's fucking medicine. It's always just medicine. But nothing wrong with that. Especially since it's gonna... Didn't know that could happen. Are we stuck having to wait for the Legion now? Oh my god, and I didn't expect to be able to corner roll that, so I didn't try. That's terrible. Oh, Astral Chain, why you gotta do me like that? And now we're also stuck having to ride it all the way up. At least it's this elevator and not the one that's coming up. Because I think this one, a little ways up here, is much worse. Oh, come on now. There's also a little bit of inertia on the movement. Like, there's much less animation canceling, especially in your, I guess your more transitional animations. Like your climbing, your flipping, your running, and your walking. I think they went for a heightened sense of realism there, so you don't just stop flat and start with complete 100% acceleration. There's inertia in all the movements. And it's, again, it's a little bit unusual. I will also say that Devil May Cry 5 does that, the inertia, a little bit more. Actually, inertia was at the center of kind of a bit of a controversy in the community, but I think they're referring to a different kind of inertia in the attacks and movements. But for our purposes, we're just talking about, like, the fluidity of the motions and the animations, and how that means that your control is not always perfect. Like, you don't stop and start on a dime. There's a little bit of an animation when you're stopping short, or when you're coming to the end of your run. You take an extra step or two. So the Arrow Nemesis is cool as hell. This is traditionally thought of as being one of the harder early fights. So we're gonna have to actually try. And it's really cool. And since we have gene codes to spend before the fight, let's get an extra ability slot. Let's also Let's see, can we get in a... Ooh, yeah, we can get the punch rush. Or the hit rush, it's called for, Sword Legion. I think we can make really good use of that here. We can just activate, Summon Swords and Punch Rush at the same time and go to town. Let's get all this assigned. Hit Rush is 2 out of 2. That's right, I keep mixing ability and skill up. Abilities are like the passives, which is not what I think of when I think of an ability. So we still only have 2 skill slots. That's right. I think we'll go Hit Rush and Round Sword. We finally managed to outlive the usefulness of the power-up. Although not against everything. Some enemies, it's still going to be really beneficial to go for the power-up. So this Sword Legion Nemesis is a lot like the Sniper in Fury, both in how treacherous the terrain tends to be and the teleporting away while fighting you from long range. It's a good sequence, and their hitbox remains on screen a little after they've teleported. Now, after the first few teleports, they start doing some shit. Oh, that edge detection. They start doing some really fun shit. You'll notice these red obelisks all over the place. That's because now that they're summoning walls, you have 2 ways of dealing with the walls. You can cut through the lasers that are bisecting them, or you can go straight around them. We might not even have that problem, though. Yeah, we're not gonna. But yeah, you're pivoting around those sometimes as walls start flying at you. They start moving later in the fight. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Nope. Yeah, some of the later stage stuff in this fight, if you don't bind this thing in like half a minute, it gets chaotic. You have multiple walls layered, flying at you. You're like trying to bounce and chain jump your way around corners and stuff. It's really cool. But now, we have unlocked the Arrow Legion. By the way, all legions get some variation of that hit rush, and the Arm Legions is the exact one that you want it to be, especially if you're just calling the legion stands.
So that means 1 core can hold 2 legions. We'll ask the commander about that later. We've got to focus on Akira.
This game...
It doesn't look like you can reach him, even with a chain jump.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe there's something you can use nearby. Use your iris to check.
Yeah, maybe there's something we can use nearby, plus some use for the Legion we just picked up. So this game is really just... People keep saying they want a Jojo game. What if we made Jojo's character action adventures? And the real game starts right now. I'm not even kidding. I mean, it starts here. This game does not properly begin until you can switch legions on the fly, and look at the slots. It's only gonna get more complex and way, way more fun from here. I look forward to that quite a bit. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.